First off, even before we get started, can I just unequivocally state how delicious this wine is? Like, you know, even when we get started, right, so before we get set up for filming and everything, you know, we open the bottle, we crack it, we have a look to kind of, you know, get the whole memory database thing going when we're talking about it. And I'll be darned, this wine's twice as good as, to me, it seems, as the bottle that we did the deal on. I mean, this wine's absolutely lip-smacking delicious. And then it came to me, why shouldn't it be? Let's talk about where it comes from. Let's talk about the area, let's talk about the vineyards, and then everything will fall into place with this bottle, okay? So, first of all, this is Summerwood, GSM 2007. The G, S, and M stand for Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvèdre. Now, this is the traditional kind of Rhone-style blend. You know, basically, California's taken a cue from the southern Rhone area in France, a la what we call here in California these Rhone Rangers, and have created this whole segment of blended Rhone-style wines in California. Most of these Rhone-style wines come from this Paso Robles area. And Paso Robles this is kind of, they're going to be their bread and butter. This is what Paso Robles is going to be known for. You know, 100 years ago, it was all Zinfandel planted there because Zinfandel grew in hotter locations, warmer climes, and adapted to that kind of terroir, that kind of, weather conditions and soil more easily than Cabernet Sauvignon or Pinot Noir. But what they discovered, especially on the west side of Paso Robles, was a very unique growing area. There's no place else like it in California. There's these special limestone soils, these chalky, almost white limestone soils, big boulders, old, sea deposits, seashells, whale bones, all this amazing stuff. And what happens is the combination of the cooling influence from the Templeton Gap, from the ocean, through this little gap, this little area, this little space in the hills into the west side of Paso Robles, creates these hot, cool weather conditions, hot days, cool nights. So these wines gain this immense level of ripeness and intensity while still maintaining freshness and definition based on the natural acidity in the wines. So this is just a knockout wine from these limestone soils. But wait. Not just any limestone soils. Because there's a lot of limestone in Paso Robles on the west side. There's a lot of vineyards. No. This bottling comes from two of the greatest, indisputably greatest vineyards in the west side of Paso Robles. The bulk of this wine comes from the Booker Vineyard, which is, I don't know if you would read the Wine Advocate or Wine Spectator or whatever. Essentially, Booker, along with Saxum, are two of the hottest labels in Paso Robles, in California, United States right now. Mailing list only wines. You have to get on their waiting list to get on their mailing list. Truly amazing. Now the Bookers do sell a little bit of fruit, and to a few top people that they know the juice is going to be really special after they sell the fruit off. And Summerwood is one of those cats that's lucky enough to get Booker fruit. Not only are they lucky enough to get fruit from the famous Booker Vineyard, they're also fortunate enough to get fruit from the Denner Vineyard, which Denner is another of the hot up-and-comers on the west side. I visited both vineyards. They're fantastic, just these glorious hillsides with limestone and just perfect place to grow grapes. And they do source a lot of this wine also from that Denner Vineyard. And a couple other sites, Locke and a couple other more famous sites on the west side. So this is all west side Paso Robles Rhone varietals, Grenache, Syrah, Mourvèdre, all sourced from the top vineyards. These are vineyards that produce 96, 97, 98 point wines on a consistent basis. So, why the deal? Well, basically, I think it's because, Summerwood is a little more than just a winery. It's a winery and inn. So they have their own place where they like a hotel type deal. I think it's like a B&B type deal. And for some reason, maybe the economy, I don't know, but we had an opportunity here to sneak in and kind of, get our pick of the litter, kind of taste through the lineup that was available and kind of, pick what we thought was their coolest wine. And this wine by far was their coolest wine. It is amazing juice. This wine's right up there, with those top wines from Booker and Denner, or Saxum, it's another big name. Actually, Saxum's Justin Smith helped plant the Booker Vineyard. And you taste it in this wine. Just that richness, that density, sweet purpley fruit, cran raspberry liqueur, there's kirshy notes, there's smoke, there's spices, baking spices. The palate is lavish, creamy, packed with fruit, a little bit of mineral, And then at the end, you get this fabulous natural acidity that the west side of Paso Robles is known for. This amazing delineation of the wine right at the end that cleans everything up and goes, you want another glass of this. You need to have another glass of this. And that's what I'm finding out is happening here. Before we started filming, it was like, gosh, the bottle gonna make it to the action? When we say action, we were a little scared. So anyway, there you go, the Summerwood 2007 GSM, one of the greatest deals we've ever seen on a red wine from the amazingly hot area of Westside Paso Robles. Cheers.